typically you might have done that, but almost everybody had a charge cup hooked to this. There's a reason. If you fire around through here, a lot of times there'll be a live spark in the bottom of the barrel, a little smoldering ember. So if you take the plug off of this and you're pouring it down there and it knocks that powder up that barrel, and all this powder in this very large horn, which is typical from time period, they were big horns, you got a hand grenade. So what you really were doing is pouring a pre-measured load in here, which is what your rifle liked. You're basically making a bullet up in the barrel itself, okay? Like a 30-06 cartridge shoots out of a 30-06. You're doing what your rifle will tell you to do. Some of them like to be swabbed clean between shots, other ones don't care. Some of them like 70 grains, 80 grains. My rifle shoots 70, so that's a 70 grain measure. And it's made so you can kind of pulls right out of there.
Are you bored, Nora? Okay.
Hunting patch made out of deer hide. It's small, typical of the time period. Carry round ball and patches, that type of thing. Loading procedure is really going to be pretty much the same. Military is going to do it really fast. Hunters don't load the same way. They're going to put powder charge down the barrel. And if unfortunately enough, we have a bullet drop. And they don't have to do this. If the bullet is wrapped in a grease patch, put it on there, put your starter, ram it down, and then take the ramrod and you see that powder charge all the way down in the breech here. You don't have any space in there. And then at half cock, see how it won't fire? The expression don't go off half cock. That's where that comes from. You could have very well had a smaller priming horn with them, where they could put a little bit of powder right in that pan right there. And there's a hole in the barrel. So when the rifleman was ready to fire at full cock, see the spark? The spark ignites the small powder charge in the pan, which in fact ignites the powder charge in the main charge inside the barrel and shoots the ball. Very slow load, maybe a couple shots a minute. If it starts getting real caked up, maybe one shot a minute. It's not a military weapon, it's for hunting deer and black bear. Now these guys got the real deal. And they'll show you what they got.
Did he explain to you the difference between a rifle and a musket? Yeah. His is a rifle barrel, which makes it a lot more accurate. These are smooth bore barrels, so they're notoriously inaccurate, which is why they fired in lines and in mass, because you're bound to hit something with that many going off at one time. But the effective killing range is probably, what, about 50 yards with these things? Yeah, so that's why the lines were so close when they fired these things. And usually after a few volleys, they would follow up with a bayonet charge, one side or the other.
Because it's always loaded.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I just want to interject real quick. If I'm unloaded and he's unloaded, and we square off, show me jump bayonet.
Charge bayonet.
Bayonet. Charge bayonet. Why not? Point it at me.
Oh, okay.
Now he's a lot bigger than me, but I'm not talking about that.
And you can see the reach.
See the reach he's got? He's got a spear. I don't have a spear. What am I going to do? I'm going that way. Okay.
That's if they got close enough to him, because these guys, the hunters, they were so accurate with their rifle fire, they could pick these guys off, you know, hundreds of
Stay away
yards
from him, because he's got me up close.
Yeah.
Also, he was hiding behind rocks and trees too. We were in the open. In the open.
Now,
originally, these were 46 inches long. This is the new model replica. It's down to 42 inches. And the average British soldier was about 5'6", 5'8".
and both of us have what's called a brown bess musket, which is the most common weapon in the Revolution. And for these, the soldier would make a cartridge. This is like an open cartridge, so you can see what it would look like. It would be made of paper, and there's the gunpowder and there's the ball. And when the soldier grabbed it in his cartridge box, he would bite off the end. And you probably already showed them how they did it with a powder horn.
Right. I'd show you like a hunter. He's going to show you military. It's for speed, fast.
So what they would do is get musket would be at the half cock. They would throw the cartridge, pour a little in the pan, close the pan, pour the rest of the powder down the barrel, and with the paper and the ball, press it into the barrel, take the ramrod out, pound it all the way down.
Very fast.
They say a good soldier could do it 3 times in a minute.
Wow.
I'm not sure if I could ever get that fast. Maybe if there was an
You get the high humidity and, everything starts getting kind of gummed up in there. Okay, but he's got a steel ramrod. I got a wooden one. So these guys are always going to be way faster than me. I'm slow.
But accurate is another story. And he would be better.
I'm accurate, but I'm slow.
Okay.
Ours is a mesh of fire. The thing is, what we were doing is a mesh of fire in the Revolution. By the time of the Civil War, the weapons outdated. The weapons were ahead of the tactics. Where everybody had a rifled musket by 1860-61, the tactics of long lines of formation were still the same as they were in the Revolution in the War of 1812 and all that.
Okay. Is that about it for this one? Okay.
It can be.
unless you have questions.
I don't know. Do you have any questions, Aaron? No? Okay.
Well, when we fire, we have like a bent and pick where you can clean up. You clean out your touch hole.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's a little hole where the powder.
Yeah.
right.
Makes sense.
And did he explain that this is called the hammer or the prison? This is made of steel. So when the flint hits that, it's going to spark.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Just like a big lighter,
Okay.
like a Zippo.
Yep. Okay.
Expression, lock, stock, and barrel that came back with the firearms.
Okay. Yeah, we were going to start there, but I think that's still business. I knew I'd only hold horses. Aaron
You'll
will
have
be
fun
in
at the
for-
artillery.
Okay.
Those are bigger guns.
You got to see the bayonet they got on theirs.
Yeah.
All right.
And thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.